Hello and welcome. I am Sandra Pollock, and I am here to bring you another live session to talk about Black History Month and this month's or this year's theme of Proud to Be. I am expecting a guest. He hasn't joined me as yet, but I hope he will. In the meantime, how are you doing and what have you been up to celebrate Black History Month? If you can share that with me, then please do so. You should be able to communicate with me using the chat box. Fingers crossed, they'll all come through to me. So, who's my guest? Supposed to be joining me today. I hope all is well with him because he's going to be using the phone and would be the first time that a guest has used the phone. It should be okay. So your fingers crossed, my fingers crossed, he'll be joining me shortly. So who is he? Hopefully it will be none other than Freedom Zampaladus, who is the founder of the let me get that right, Urban Equestrian Academy. So he'll join us, I hope, and he'll tell us all about that, as well as helping us to look at Black History Month and what we are doing for Black History Month. And that's going to be my question to you. How have you been celebrating Black History Month? And you know, Black History Month is not just for people of African descent, not at all. And I'm sure many people will agree with me in the saying that Black history is world history, UK history. Yeah, we've all been a part of it, whether we're aware of that or not. So, have you been doing anything to celebrate Black History Month? And if so, what have you been up to? I've been quite busy myself, and I'm usually invited to speak at lots of different events, which is probably October is one of my busiest months of the year. And a lot of that is because I am taking part in supporting others and doing it myself, like these live sessions that I'm doing on social media, supporting others to celebrate Black History Month. And actually tomorrow I am joining another friend of mine, Nirmala Bojani, to go to a school. We're going to a local school and we'll be talking about Black History Month, not only sharing the history from our two perspectives. Nirmala is Asian. I am obviously Afro-Caribbean. And we'll be talking about Black history from our perspectives. So, yeah, looking forward to that. And in doing the research, it's been amazing for me to, learn more and discover, some of the inventions that we benefit from today that were invented by Black people. And I've got a list here that I will be sharing with some of my students tomorrow. Some of these inventions, let me go through some of them. Some of the ones that, okay, we may not know, but are relatively known. Paper. So if we think of, we know that paper, at least I knew this, but you may not have, but paper was invented by Africans. And if you object to that, and if you say, oh, it was the Egyptians and that sort of thing, yeah, you're absolutely right. Where is Egypt? If you look at the map of Africa, Egypt is in Africa. It's not separate from Africa. It is in Africa. Chess was created by Africans. The alphabet, apparently peanut butter. I know if you're some of my American friends, you love peanut butter. I remember when I lived in America, I still do love peanut butter, but apparently a peanut butter was one of those things that was invented by a Black person. And if I've just lost it on my very, very long list, look at this long list. I've just lost it there. I will get the name. The ironing board was created by a woman called Sarah Boone. Horse riding bits apparently was created by a gentleman. Well, I'm assuming it's a gentleman. It's just L.F. Brown. created or invented, this word, I need to get that right word, invented the horse riding bit. Horseshoes were invented by a Black person, Oscar E. Brown. The lawnmower, also by another gentleman, John A. Burr. So the typewriter, Burgess and Marshman were two individuals that invented the typewriter. There's so many things that we use today that we weren't aware of the fact that they were invented by someone of African descent. So I'd like to encourage you to do some exploration out there so that you'd see for yourself and you'd find out what are some of the things that we use today, every day, that were invented by a Black person. What did I just see? I've just missed it. The bicycle frame was invented by Isaac R. Johnson. The wrench, John A. Johnson. Eye protection, P. Johnson. So loads of things that we use today, we take for granted, were produced by people of African descent. So yeah, so I'll be sharing some more of that in the session that I'm doing tomorrow at one of our local schools, actually Sir Jonathan North Academy. I'll be paying them a visit tomorrow. I'm quite looking forward to that. Every year, or well, not last year because it was lockdown, but Namla and I have gone in before and shared with the students there. So this is going to be fun. So Black History Month, it is an opportunity for us here in the UK. I know America celebrates it earlier in the year, but it's been celebrated here in the UK from, I think, 1987. And the whole purpose is for us to put a focus on the history of Black involvement in the UK, economically, socially, culturally, and lots of different ways as well, so that we can be reminded of the contribution. And I guess to share that and to change this perception that our contribution has not been as high as it should be. You know, and I think that there is a drive now to ensure that our school history is taught in a way that it will include the history of Black people in this country. And it goes back, you know, further than you would think, really. A lot of my research, you know, there have been, you know, Roman emperors that were Black and loads of other you know, high profile people throughout the ages. So I am sort of looking at the time here and looking at my phone and wondering if my guest is going to be able to join me. If not, then we will have a shorter session than usually, and maybe we can arrange for him to visit us and discuss Black History Month from his perspective another time. But what are your views on Black History Month? And as I said, this is not just for people of African descent, and that's something I would really want to change, and to get contributions from people who are non-Black, or because we all have experience of the influence of Black people in our country. So what are some of the things that you've enjoyed? I'm sure we've all enjoyed the culture, the music, ideas, that sort of stuff. So please feel free to share that with me. So I'm going to continue to be doing some of these sessions later on in the week. I'll be talking to Professor Clive Fraser, who is a professor at the University of Leicester, and his speciality is economics. He's been a guest on previous discussions before, and so I'll be talking to him on Friday. And the following week, I have Lorraine. Her name is just completely gone out of my mind. Lorraine Lewis, that is it. And she runs a charity that supports people suffering from cancer. And we'll be talking to her about her work and her views on this theme for this month, Proud to Be. What are you proud to be. For one, I do a radio piece for one of the community radios here that goes out on a Monday. And this week I was talking about Black History Month, naturally, and what I was proud to be, and definitely proud to be a strong Black woman. I am proud of my African heritage, and I'm proud of many other people in our community who are similarly inclined to share their views and to talk about their experiences. On Friday, I was invited along for the unveiling of some plaques to commemorate the Windrush community here in Leicester and their contribution to the city and to the African Caribbean Center, which is a center here in the city that I live in. And the individual invited to unveil that was the wonderful Baroness Floella Benjamin, Dame Floella Benjamin, and she spoke about her journey coming from the Caribbean, in her case Trinidad, and her family's experience of that, the journey deciding to come, and also their experience coming here to the UK. And she is a tremendously successful Black woman, and even though she's 72 now, she is still strongly advocating for us to be a lot more inclusive, for Black people's contributions to be recognized, but also their experiences, their lived experiences, to be accepted and recognized and used to help us to move forward as a country. So that was very inspiring. If you ever get an opportunity to hear Baroness Benjamin speak, you should grab it, because she is most inspirational. Right, I am going to sort of shorten our talk today and rearrange our time with my guest that was supposed to join me today, and other guests that will be joining me this month as we celebrate Black History Month. But put your comments in the chat box, please, as this goes along, and let me know what you are doing. What would you like to find out about in relation to Black history here in the UK? Or what have you found out that you didn't know before? Please share that with me, whether you find me and drop me a message, or whether it's a message, or you put it in the chat box after this video live and share your views with me. It would be wonderful to find that out. So I am Sandra Pollock. I'm going to be signing out for now, and we will catch up again. Another session this week is planned for Friday around 12:15. So join me then when I speak to Professor Clive Fraser about Black History Month and the theme Proud to Be. Catch you again. Thank you so much for joining me, and I look forward to catching up again shortly. Take care. Bye-bye for now. Bye.